What up, y'all? Welcome to Fight Talk with me, Jimmy Dukes, and I'm excited to have this gentleman, Mr. Carlos Checo. What up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, bro?
Good, man. Thank you so much for your time and talking about this upcoming event, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for your time. I know it's kind of late right now, so yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, now it works out, man. I'm glad that we're able to figure this out, but we got a big card.
Yeah.
CFC coming out again.
Yeah.
CFC 3, man. I had the opportunity to be out there for the last one, and shout out to you guys for giving me the access to get back there, man, and get to know a lot of the guys and kind of do my thing too, man.
Yeah, we definitely need you back there, man. We you kind of I don't know how like you just within the last year you became like the MMA guy, you know?
Right? It's weird. It's kind of like and it was just me having my love for jujitsu and then just my background of doing content and just starting around run around with a camera and do some edits and then getting the opportunity to talk to you guys and you having you guys open the doors and all the different promotions. But yeah, your guys was the first promotion where I was like starstruck and I was like, oh shit, like this is wild, this is dope.
Yeah, I mean you were starstruck because I was there.
Right, no, for sure. All jokes aside, the you didn't know this, but I was waiting to tell you this. Like you having that conversation with you at CFC2 started this show on my YouTube channel.
Oh, no way, man.
You were the like when I first talked to you, I already kind of had known you, and we passing and stuff like that, and I asked you to do it, and you're like, yeah, yeah, of course. And then after I did it, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna start doing this going forward if anybody's willing to listen to me or talk to me.
Yeah, bro. Man, everyone wants to hear themselves talk. So these
Right?
fighters are all about that, man. So trust me.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
man. But I just
yeah,
wanted to shout.
that's
Yeah,
super cool, bro. Like, I think yours was like the second interview I had ever done. So thank you
yeah,
so much.
yeah,
I'm not
man.
good on camera.
Yeah, man. But yeah, you sparked that idea, and and I talked to Santi there that well, and then after that, I was kind of like, you know what? I felt like with what I got going on, I feel like I can be an asset to the combat sports community here in the Southwest, and I wanted to make a point to where like, hey, I want to have even though if I have a small platform to give people an opportunity to talk about these events and them their fights and their journeys. So this is perfect.
Yeah, but it's not a small platform, man. Maybe it might have started that way, but like I said, you've quickly become like the guy. You know, it's like an overnight thing. Like you're at every event because I know I'm always cornering someone, and you're always there, and you put out really good content. So
Hey, hell
you,
yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. But let's get into business for this one
yes.
coming up. I know that CFT was you doubled from the first one, and I'm sure it's gonna be doubled from this one, man. But briefly talk about the last event and what you guys learned, and how was it setting the stage for this next one?
You know what? I think it's gonna sound kind of like, you know, like mamon. But what we learned from that is like you know, we really have something here. Like, I really, really, without a doubt in my mind, think that we can be a feeder promotion to these huge promotions. Like, I don't know if like it's just the love that I have for this, my partners, like just, you know, El Paso coming out, you know, the venue we have. There's a lot of little things that go into it that it's gonna be our third show and it just gets better every time. So, you know, like it sounds a little like, you know, mamon, but like I really think we can make it.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know that, I've gotten to know you over the past year and, with all your experience as far as, training, running a gym, successfully fighting yourself and being in the corners, a lot of these guys, I feel like all those aspects and then plus your team, putting all the right people in the right place for you guys to kind of move forward. And, I think you guys are on your track, to keep doing better each time.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool, man. It's a blessing, and it's really cool to see our vision coming to life. You know, because that's all it was. It was just like a random conversation, and look where we are now, coming up on our third show, back to back sellouts. This third show, like it's crazy because you see like the first fight card and it was great, and then you see the second one and I was like, oh shit, they got this, and then the third one's just even better. So it only gets better.
Yeah, I know. And you were saying that when we first talked, and now I'm more aware. We were kind of joking before we started recording, but yeah, me just being around all the events and getting to see that, I'm like, holy shit, there we have a lot of talent here. And I love the fact that you've always said, hey, I don't want, if we cannot have a Paso versus a Paso, I would, try not to do that, obviously. But I think it's getting to the fact that there's enough fighters and promotions that are doing well here that people are starting to come over here. And that could always kind of be a thing that everybody could win, right?
Yeah, of course, man. Like with these other fight promotions that are going on, they're doing great. Like I put fighters on there as well. It's like a great time to be an MMA fan in El Paso because you have a show every 2 or 3 months, and like I said in the last interview we did, El Paso's a fight town. Like no matter what gym you go to, there's a super talented fighter there. Like even if it's just a few of them, like there's talented fighters at every gym here in El Paso. So it's a fight town, and I think there's so much talent coming in from out of town that we can avoid the El Paso versus El Paso thing. And unfortunately, sometimes it happens where it's like a
Yeah.
last minute replacement. So I call and I'm like, "Hi, do you have anyone at this weight?" And yeah, they'll take it. But from the very beginning, I don't want to do El Paso versus El Paso.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I love the fact that, and you're so openly about saying that, which is cool. And you've always been welcoming. As every time I've been around you, it's always been positive, and everybody, just wants to try to get better. And you've always said you've opened your gym to multiple other gyms, and you've been at other gyms as well. So it's cool seeing all that, coming into fruition, like your vision, all your connection, everybody all working together. But let's talk about this coming event.
Yeah,
CFC 3, you got, it's cool because, like, I like being the fight fan, and I nerd out because I'm like, damn, I'm like, holy shit, we got some bangers coming up here. You know what I mean? This is
yeah,
so cool, man. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of go over the card with you. And I know a lot of these guys I might not know, and some of them I do know, and I can kind of touch base. And I'm seeing some of the faces here, man. If we want to start from the bottom, Mike Sell, Santana with the
yeah,
first fight. Who is he going to be facing? I know you kind of were saying that there was a replacement for this one.
yeah. So we had a last minute replacement, and it's not that it's a better fight, because Mike Kenny, shout out to Mike Kenny, super fun person to watch. But Nico, like, yeah, Nico's
Oh, and
just
he's the one that said adopt a cat.
yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah,
hey,
I
Nico, you
remember.
guys better have you guys better have adopted a cat, or Nico's gonna beat
Yeah, man.
you.
Oh, dope. Okay, so we got him coming in at a welterweight versus Santana. Whoa, I'm excited now. The fact that I know who he is now,
And
let's kind of
like
talk about this one.
it's a reason. There's a reason why we put them as the first fight. They should be one of the last ones. But you want to open the show with a oh shit.
Yes.
And that fight's gonna be crazy because they're both just super, super tough, durable guys. They're meeting at 160 actually because Nico's a 55er and he took it on last minute. So Santana's gonna meet him at 160. And Santana's another guy that he's never in a boring fight. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to put that guy away. He comes to fight every
He
time.
smiles. It always trips me out. Anytime I've seen him fight at different promotions, he just
Yeah.
smiles. It's kind of crazy to watch this fool go in there and do his thing.
I mean Nico's the same, man. I really like Nico. He's a really cool guy. Unfortunately, he beat my guy last time. But no hate on my side.
Yeah, I know.
He's the better guy that night. And
Yeah, man. And that's smart too, that, and we were kind of touching base. So you, just for me to understand and people to understand that you are the matchmaker. So it's cool that you get to do that on purpose. Like, you see certain things that make sense, and starting this fight, even though they're well respected and they got enough fights, but starting that one off is like, as a first one is like, hell yeah.
yeah, so usually you know how people are. They get there late. So do not get there late because
Yeah.
that fight is like, yeah. I was telling them it's like fight of the night, but I don't know if it'll make all three, man, because both of these guys are fucking savages.
Yeah, that's dope. That's an awesome way to start the fight, man. I know the card is going down again at Speaking Rock on the
Yeah.
5th, and we got what, 12 more to go over. So let's go to the next one. We got an amateur lightweight bout, Acosta versus Flores.
Yeah, so Ish out of Zen. I've trained with Ish for years now. Super, super, super good striker, man. Like I tell you from experience, his jab is really annoying. But he's well rounded. He has really good jiu-jitsu. Mando, Stevo, all those guys over there, Munch. Shout out to all them. Martin, Escopeta. They have an amazing team, man. So yeah, he's actually not fighting Flores anymore. We have a last minute replacement.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? And that just happened today. So he's fighting. His name is Mikey Huertas. I don't know too much about him. He's out of Midland. So this is the first time we have this team coming up with us.
Cool, and then that's cool too, because I mean, going back to the building those relationships and knowing the different gyms from out of town or whatever that you can kind of have people to call on and people excited to jump on the card. I'm sure he was excited to get in there and knowing that, hey, in 2 weeks I'm going to be fighting.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? Like I was telling you right now before we started, it's like I could have gotten another replacement. I could have gotten like a lot of people because the amount of messages that we get on the page, it's just it's crazy how many people want to fight on CFC. But like I said, I hold it to to a standard. So I want a fight that's like an oh shit fight.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good fight too.
Cool, and that's still going to be at the lightweight, or is it?
Yeah, they're still doing 155.
Oh man, so we got a 160, did a 155 right after that, and then
Yeah,
the next fight, I know one of the guys, Nunez versus Ginn, if I'm not mistaken. Am
yeah.
I?
Clark. I don't know if Clark Jin is that how you say it. I could
Yeah,
be wrong. Sorry, Clark, if I
yeah.
messed up.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, sorry, bro. I saw you
Yes,
fighting, but I mean, sorry if I fucked up your name. Your
yeah,
fighting's
right, yeah, right. So where's he fighting out of?
he's from Albuquerque, from Jackson. So I mean, obviously, if they're coming from Jackson, it's a good team.
Yeah.
But I actually saw him fight in Albuquerque. I think it was in November. He got a knockout. So he's
Mhm.
very good. And then Nunez, he made his debut at CFC two. He got I don't know if it was a second round TKO or a KO.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then he just came off another win at in Austin. So he's
yeah,
2-0 now. Yeah,
yeah,
so
busy dude, yeah, out of Empire, man. I know that Shooter, if I'm not
Shooter,
mistaken.
yeah, Shooter.
Yeah, man, it's cool that, and it's cool seeing that these guys, and you said, like, you're seeing these guys starting to evolve. You saw this guy fight over there, you're like, "Hey, this is a good matchup for here." And that
Yeah,
just goes back to you just being a matchmaker and knowing the area, knowing the fighters, and kind of being around all those types of events, right?
yeah. And actually, it's cool that we get to give him like a platform, because like I said, El Paso versus other cities. So I want to showcase every gym from El Paso. Like he's from Empire. They got a lot of good guys out there. They're super busy as well. And like I said, I saw Clark fight out in Albuquerque. He's really entertaining, man. Super entertaining. So I know it's gonna be a really good fight
I
too.
mean, I can only imagine because I mean, Shooter, every time I've seen him fight, he's ready to swing, and I'm sure like
Yeah,
you set him up versus another Savage, so I mean that only makes sense for another oh
yeah,
shit fight.
yeah. Like if you see every single like if you really know everybody on the card, you'll see that there's not a single fight that's like one sided. That
Yeah.
this guy's gonna fuck up. Like every fight here is super even.
Yeah, and that's a cool thing too, because from the bottom up and how you were saying we were joking, say like people show up late. The fact that every car, every fight is gonna build on top that leading up to the professional fights, but every fight makes sense and it could be exciting, and then for people to show up late, it'd be a mistake.
It'd be a mistake. You don't want to miss that first fight, guys. That's gonna be I can't even tell you, man. And like I said,
Yeah,
if you didn't adopt a cat already, Nico's gonna fucking beat
right?
you up, man.
I know, Matt. So let's move up to the next one. I know that we got Martinez and then Gabriel, if I'm
This
not
one,
mistaken.
this
Hey, let's go. And I saw Gabriel in an amateur boxing fight not too
yeah,
long ago. And then he's such a young kid too, right?
yeah. I think he just turned 18, and this fight, it's like so. Danny is like the Gabriel of Phoenix. Like he's
Uh-huh.
young. I think he's about 18 or 19 as well. I could be wrong, but they're like the same person. They're just gonna like. I mean, they both have ground, obviously. Yeah, I've trained with Gabriel for the past I don't know how long. Really good jiu-jitsu, super good striking. Danny's the same person because I've trained with Danny before, and I have a very good relationship with the guys out there at J Pages and All Night. And I know Danny's super, super good. So this fight, like this is the one that I'm telling you guys is gonna be fight of the night.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like a lot, and this is gonna happen too. I mean, obviously Southwest, we're gonna see a lot of guys that potentially are like, hey, damn, they fought how long ago, and then
Yeah,
they become pro or whatever and shit like that. So it's kind of cool to see that. And going back to the being an MMA fan, like you guys, the people that show up to these events and support local, and you see these guys, you guys are seeing the beginning of careers of guys that have been doing it already, and you just don't know about it, right?
yeah. These are the future stars of the sport.
I love seeing that, man. So that's another one, and that's gonna be at a bantamweight at 135, if I'm not mistaken.
135. Correct.
Hey, that's dope. And then moving up to the next one, Mr. West. I mean, the mustache and the mullet. I've never spoken to him, but I've seen him, and I know he won his last one.
Yeah.
And finding Randallson, if I'm not mistaken, your name, my
Yeah.
bad, dude.
If you haven't talked to Jeremy, please make sure he's the next person on your podcast.
Yeah,
Yes, Mr. Jeremy Exotic, please
yeah,
make sure to
exotic.
connect. Yeah, I have the privilege of training with this guy on a daily basis. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just Jeremy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And is this his second amateur fight?
Yes, correct. We was it in November? I think we went up to Albuquerque for his first
Mhm,
fight, and he got the first round TKO.
mhm.
Which is crazy because he's a grappler. He's a super good wrestler, brown belt in jiu-jitsu. And he got it done on the feet. Like he has a lot of power. But Quayshawn, I've not me, but we've faced Quayshawn in the past with Victor. He fought him up in Albuquerque. And dude, Quayshawn's scary. Quayshawn dropped Victor in the first round. Honestly, like he kind of dominated that first round. He's a very, very aggressive fighter. So it's going to be a really good test for Jeremy. And Quayshawn, I believe he hasn't fought since Victor. So it's his comeback. And every time someone comes, after a long layoff, like they're hungry for that
Yeah.
win. So it's going to be a really good fight.
And where's he fighting out of?
He's also out of Jackson's in Albuquerque.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I
We
mean,
have a lot of Jackson guys on this card. Um, so if I talk to like a gym, I try to get a few of them to come down because like they're not really
and
gonna come for just one person, you know?
yeah, no, it makes sense. Cause and then at
Yeah,
that same time, they're training around the same event and things like that. It kind of works in the gym, right? I mean, you run a
yeah,
gym, and you know how it is. So it makes sense when you have 2 or 3 guys that could possibly fight around the same time to do
yeah.
so.
Everyone's together, so it just there's something about being in camp together for the same card that just pushes you during training. So
Yeah,
yeah,
man. Another one, banger. All right, moving up, Lee versus Munoz at the
Yanni,
bantamweight.
yeah, Yanni. Yanni hits super hard, man. I've been hit by him. Yanni has like I think he's like a 7-second knockout up in Tucson. We were there for that show, and he carries a lot of power. But he's not just a striker; like he's well rounded. He's one of the Phoenix guys out of Jay Pages
Mhm.
and All Night. Those guys are just well rounded. So he never puts on a boring fight. The If his fight's ever boring, it's because they don't want to strike with him and they just take him down because he is hard.
Yeah.
And Lee, I believe he's making his debut, but he does have experience in grappling tournaments and I believe kickboxing. He's out of Jackson's as well.
There you go. Well, I mean, see, there you go. I mean, when going back to the whole, and that's a cool thing too, is that the quality of the gyms. You know, you said there's a standard. So if you're gonna get a guy from a certain gym, you already kind of know the type of fighter that's gonna be showing up to the show, even if you might not have seen him fight or everything. Like the respect of the gym that he's at or whatever, it's kind of gonna show the type of fighter he is, right?
Yeah, of course. Like it's not, it's Jackson's. It's a world renowned gym. At one point, it was the best gym in the world. Like
Hmm.
they produce amazing fighters. So
Yeah,
everyone comes to fight. They don't have bums out there. So
yeah,
it's a tough fight.
yeah, man. Moving up at a flyweight. No, no, no. Hold up. We got Lopez and McDill
Yeah.
at a catchweight. What catchweight we at for that one there?
No, they actually agreed to 35. They're gonna do 30, but they agreed to 35. So it's gonna be a bantamweight.
Nice. So
Yeah.
talk about a little bit about Lopez and McDill.
So McDill, he was coming off a layoff, and he fought at CFC two. He fought Rudy,
Okay.
went to decision. So I was able to corner against him. So I studied him and everything. Very good striker, very scrappy, well rounded, good everywhere. He was going for takedowns. Rudy's just very fast. And Alvan, he has really good striking. He's amazing. His wrestling is amazing. Great jiu-jitsu. Another just well-rounded guy. So wherever this fight goes, they're both very, very well versed.
Yeah, nice. I do remember McDill now that after that you said who he fought. And that's the thing too. I'm terrible with names, but I'm good with faces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and I've been seeing the side profile of people's face, and I'm like, is that who it is? Or whatever? I'm not too sure. But okay, cool. So we got another guy coming back from the last show coming out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, right that wrong, and then Lopez trying to keep his streak going as well. But moving on from there, we got another bantamweight, Enriquez versus Calderon.
Yeah, John.
John.
John, man, John's an OG from El Paso. He had a long layoff, and finally, I've been trying to get him on the show since the first one. I
Uh,
know some other local promotions were trying to get him on as well. Even the guys in Tucson were trying to get him to fight. He's John's just a fighter, man. John needs to be
yeah,
fighting. He's a pro for sure already.
yeah.
He's Yeah, his striking, his jujitsu, rest, everything, he puts it together super good. And for being a bantamweight, he hits really hard. So I've trained with him for years.
Yeah.
Uh,
I remember, John, I remember, and I shouted out to him last time when I saw him at 100 Strikers. I was like, "Hey, man, remember when?" Because I went up to Tucson years ago to Bird Check, and he had like a blue belt throwdown, but I was a
yeah,
white belt at the time. And I just went up there and I went by myself because I was the only at that weight class. But John was there and he was training at 10th on the west side at the time when it was
yeah.
open. I didn't know, but him and James helped me out and cornered me to the championship match. And I always tell him, remember, John, you helped me
So
get to the
so I was there too.
Were you?
It was me, John, James, and another friend, Abraham. Yeah,
No
we did
way. I
that.
can't remember. I don't remember
Yeah,
you. Yeah, shit.
we did that blue belt, blue belt. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
The
throw down. Yeah,
bullpen.
the bullpen. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah, shout
Tony.
out to Burchek. Yeah, we
Yeah.
went up there and we did it. I
Oh
think
shit.
Timoy at the time, he was a blue belt. He ended up winning everything.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I didn't have anybody and they helped me out to shout out to them. But talk about Enriquez and where is he fighting out of?
He's originally from Juarez, from pro athletes. We've always trained with those guys. We have a really good relationship with them. So he's the guy that's like he kind of defines that Mexican style. Like you hit him, he just comes forward. I tell you because I sparred with him a few times and I've cracked him pretty hard, and he just comes forward. So it's
Yeah.
like a perfect fight for John.
Hell yeah. They're like a storm. I mean, we're going back to the whole matchmaking, but I mean, every fight is set up like this for a reason. I love how you always say that hey, each person can go either way for all these matchups.
Yeah, yeah, of course, because Enriquez, he hits really hard, man. And it's good wrestling. So I don't wherever they go, like it's gonna be a back and forth.
Yeah, I love that. It's gonna be an MMA match. I love hearing
Yeah,
that, man. So moving up, we got Paul,
yeah. Paul Dakota.
Mr.
We made
Dakota.
it look like it's spelled Dakota, but it's Dakota.
Yeah, I remember I spoke to him and I've got to know him. I know in one of the last promotions he fought, he won. And I
Mhm.
know he didn't go his way for the last CFC, but now he's gonna come back to this card and hopefully right that wrong. And if I'm mistaken his last name, the other gentleman, Lohani? If I'm
Lohani, yeah,
no.
that's how I said it too. Devin Lohani.
Yeah, and where's he fighting out of?
He's out of Jackson. He's another guy making his debut, but he has grappling experience and I believe some kickboxing fights as well. So he's not new to the fight.
Yeah, and that's cool too, and that's what I'm learning too is that a lot of these guys have been training different disciplines, and they might have a dozen smokers or exhibitions without even knowing, without having an official amateur fight.
Yeah,
So a lot of people when they see like that 0-0, it's not like this guy's just been training for a year. It's like he's probably been
yeah.
training for a while.
Yeah, and you know what? That's another thing. Like with matchmaking, I make sure that the coaches tell me their experience because it's the same thing. Like I don't want someone like Paul who's 2-1 right now to get a debuter, but like complete debuter who's been training for 3 months. Like,
Yeah,
yes, I'm the matchmaker. So like this is why I always tell people, like I don't give my fighters easy fights. Like when I'm Carlos CFC matchmaker, like I'm not biased. Like I don't give any easy fights. Go back to Victor. His last two fights were grueling fights against very, very tough opponents. So yeah, I wouldn't do anything like that. And Lohani has experience, so he's making his MMA debut. But like you said, some of these guys have 10 smokers, and like whether you want to call it a smoker, it's a fight. Like it's
yeah,
still,
it's still a fight. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, it's still experience.
Yeah, man. So yeah, moving up for ball, and then yeah, let the best man win for sure.
Yeah,
Another guy out of Albuquerque. Now we're moving up to the title fights.
yeah,
Let's go. Dunning, if I'm not am I saying his name right?
yeah. Calvin Dunning.
Calvin Dunning versus Salcedo. Shout out to Salcedo. I've known this young gentleman ever since he was like 13. We both started training at the UFC gym at the same time. And it's
Yeah,
cool seeing him, flourish into a jujitsu guy, into an amateur fighter. And here he is getting a title shot.
yeah. He's been to Elite a few times, so I mean, I do know him. Like I've known him for a few years. He's a scrappy little guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Hard to put away, hard to submit. He doesn't. He's like made of rubber. He doesn't tap.
Yeah, he's so
Uh,
weird.
yeah, yeah, man. He's so small, but bro, it's hard to put that guy away. And Calvin, he won at CFC one. He beat Javi by with an armbar in the first round. Shout out to Javi. Yeah, he beat him in the first round, got the title. Then he had like some injuries and stuff, so he couldn't come back for CFC two. But he's coming back, defending his title for the first time against a very scrappy guy.
Yeah, I know that, Salcedo, he's been in a lot of fights too. He's traveled and he's been in a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments and exhibitions and boxing. So it's cool seeing that. And like I said, for me, I've known him for a while, but it's cool seeing that, damn, this guy's been putting it together and here he is getting a title shot versus a very dynamic fighter and Dunning.
Yeah, Dom's been around for a while, man. It's crazy because once he started his MMA career, it's like he just didn't stop. Like he was just fighting every other month. So I think he's like at 6 or 7 fights right now. So he's been super active. So being active is very good because one of those things where it's like the nerves kind of like the nerves are always there, right? But
Yeah.
you're just comfortable in there.
Yeah. I know, and I just recently started following Dunning. I had small conversations with him and stuff, and he looks super dynamic and gonna be defending his flyweight championship. Is this the first time that we got this many title fights on a card?
Yeah, so it's called crowning the champions for a reason because we wanna crown these guys. We wanna crown our fighters so that there's title defenses. So and a lot of these guys deserve it, man. They've been fighting in other promotions and they've done really good. So if we can have titles here at home, like that's cool, man. Like sometimes, like with Calvin, the title went to Tucson.
Yeah.
So again, it's not none of these fights are given.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect, man. And that's a perfect starting to move up the card here. Now we're moving up to, ooh, man. God damn. Rudy versus Santi.
Pretty
Oh,
fun.
oh,
It's a
Jesus Christ. It's cool because I seen both of them like do really good, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be such a fun one to watch, man. So yeah, another title fight, bantamweight, Rudy versus Santi.
Yeah, Santi's gonna leave us poor, man. He keeps winning these KO of the night.
Yeah, dude. And
Yeah,
then shout out to Santi too. He was the second person I ever interviewed at the time. And I saw him kind of walking around. I was like, hey man, you want to do an interview? He's like, yeah, cool, man. He didn't know
yeah,
who the hell I was. I didn't know who the hell he was, but I saw him go out there and get that knockout in the first round. I was like, holy shit, that was crazy.
he's like even when I put that fight together, David and Santi, like as a fan, I was like, oh my god, I wanna
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, because David is, yeah, he's a whirlwind too, man. And
yeah,
I didn't know Santi, and then you knew that ahead of time. But now I'm
yeah,
like, oh shit.
yeah. Sant, I really like Santi, man. That
Yeah.
whole team there in Albuquerque, Sandoval, they're super cool guys. It's just he's fighting my guy,
Yeah,
so
and then yeah, but Rudy, he fought on the last one, and I know he fought McDill, if not, is that what it
yep,
was? And that was back and forth too. I mean,
yeah.
anytime I've seen Rudy, the way he carries himself and stuff, that fool is a professional, man, and he's out there to try to finish as well, right?
Yeah, he's fast. Rudy has great hands, but don't sleep on his grappling. He's a good grappler too. Santi as well. I know their coach, Freddie, and they have a black belt who's out there coaching them. So they're well rounded as well. So this fight, as a fan, like man, it sucks that I'm not going to be in the corner of any of my guys, but I get to watch the fights, and as a fan, like I really want to watch the fight.
Yeah, man, and that's a perfect banger too, because I know they both are 2-0 in CFC, if I'm not mistaken.
Rudy's 1-0, but he's 3-0 in total, like general.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and Santi with CFC, he's 2-0, two back-to-back knockout of the nights, and it's gonna be five. I don't think either of them have ever gone 5 rounds, so it's gonna be five
Yeah.
rounds.
Oh, so
So
that one's gonna be are all the championship 5 rounds?
yeah, all the title fights are 5 rounds.
Oh, damn, that's cool. I
Yeah,
didn't know that. That's dope. And then that's gonna be a banger too at bantamweight. I know both the guys are respectable guys in their own, areas and stuff like that. And I know I've been following Santi for ever since that first fight. And I've known Rudy for like the longest time. And I know he's, always working with you guys and doing his thing as well, man. So I'm excited for that one
yeah,
as well.
good
Damn.
fight.
And then moving up from there, another title fight, featherweight. Ooh, damn, Robles? You got
Yeah,
Jeremy? Oh
Jeremy.
my god, dude. And I don't want to mispronounce the other gentleman's name. Oof, I don't even want to try.
It was
Salah. Yeah.
They lost.
Yeah. So where's
I might have messed it up too, but no, I think it's
yeah.
Sable.
Yeah, so where's he fighting out of?
He's, I believe, from Flagstaff. So I saw him. I learned about him because he fought on the same card as Victor did up in Tucson.
Mhm,
And he was fighting for the featherweight title up there. And man, that guy, even both of them, the guy that he fought, they're super, super entertaining guys. Like they're good everywhere. Sable Hosky has 3 titles in Muay Thai.
mhm.
So, and his last fight, I'm not, I could be wrong, but I think he got a first round finish. I don't know how, but I think he got a first round finish and got a title out there in, I think it was in Yuma.
Okay.
And Jeremy, like man, Jeremy just went and toyed with someone out there in Phoenix. He made it look easy.
Yeah, man, and shout out to Jeremy. I've gotten to know him, from crossing paths and him fight or being part of other promotions and not getting a fight, and then finally getting a fight, and then
Yeah,
here he is. I know, and the cool thing too is you guys have known him, you guys seen what he can do and stuff. So I mean, he might not have like the record, but like he is set to go, and it makes sense to be in a title shot right away, right?
yeah. He's even before his last fight, he already had the title shot, and he's just a guy that his fights for some they just kept falling through. And
Mhm.
I was like, man, I really want that guy on CFC because I love the way he fights. Like I
Yeah, he's super entertaining.
yeah, I haven't trained with him a lot, but I've been in the same room with him, and he's great, man. He's
Yeah.
good everywhere. His striking is good. His grappling, like he's well rounded. So it's another fight as a fan. Like you really want to watch this fight.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So that rounds off the amateur card. Damn, that
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, damn, so many goddamn fights. But
Yeah.
let's move into the professional side. You
Yes.
know, if I'm not sure, does this one still going through with grandma? Gra-
No, he ended up getting hurt not too long ago. So Dakota wishing him a speedy recovery. Stevo is now fighting. His name is Izzy out of Midland. He's a guy that he was supposed I don't know which one he was supposed to be. I had reached out to that team about fighting, and I just couldn't get him a fight. So I've known about him. I don't really know him personally, but I've known about him, and I sent him a message last week, and like literally no hesitation, he was like, "Yeah, I'm in."
Dang, that's dope. And that goes back to, you building those relationships and, having such a good promotion as far as like, hey, I'm going to take a fight on short notice and I know it's going to be worth it. I'm sure. And that's another thing too. I'm sure that a lot of the guys in different, gyms are like kind of always be ready because you never know, right?
Yeah, so like even now where I get a lot of messages, they're like, "Hey, do you have space in the card?" Like I make these matches way beforehand, just in case something happens, that we have enough time to replace it. But I just tell them the same thing. Like you guys know how the sport is; people get hurt all the time, last minute pullouts. So just stay ready.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That starts a pro card. And then for the pros, is it 3 minutes for these?
No, it's 3 5-minute rounds.
3 5 minute rounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Amis are 3 minutes. I'm sorry, and pros are 5 minutes. And Stevo, and he's a guy that I've trained with since we both started MMA over 10 years ago.
Out of
Yeah,
Zen?
yeah. It is then he was supposed to find the last card, and some weird stuff happened in the
I
back, and he
know, yeah, yeah, I know that he didn't get the opportunity, but yeah, now he gets to go in there, I'm sure the momentum is still going from that last one. I know he's always active. That gym period is always active with different
yeah,
things going on, so I'm excited. I've talked to him and, by passing it here and there, so I'm excited to actually see him actually go out there and fight.
yeah. As am I. Man. I'm really happy he's in the fight. I'm really happy to be on the same card as him.
Yeah, awesome, man, and then I guess his next fight, I don't know who this guy is, but, some guy named Pacheco versus Mesa. Let's
Yeah,
talk about this fight a little bit.
I've heard of Pacheco.
Yeah, so what do you think about that guy? Do you know what I mean? Like, is this guy really a pro? You know what I mean? Does he, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he's alright. He's alright. I've,
Yeah,
I've I've heard of him.
yeah. So, just real quick, how did that come into that coming into a play for you to even to be on the card yourself? I know you're such a busy guy with everything you got going on, helping out everybody where you can. And obviously you got, a big part of the card as far as not just fighting. How did that come into fruition of you actually being like, you know what, I wanna get in there?
Um, I was supposed to fight on 2 other promotions, but just the timing wasn't right, and CFC timing was perfect. And since the first show, I was supposed to fight on it. Well, not that I was supposed to fight him, but I wanted to fight on it. And then now running these last two shows, I'm like, I can get someone to do because I mean, obviously, like no one sees what's going on in the back, and I'm usually the one that handles everything in the back with the fighters, like, hey, you're up, or whatever it may be. But my partners are great, man.
Yeah.
David's gonna handle that. David, shout out to that guy, lifesaver. And I've never fought in El Paso, so I wanna fight at
Really?
home. Yeah, never.
That's crazy. And then, going back to the matchups, obviously you're the matchmaker. You're not going to give yourself a layup. So I know just like kind of taking yourself away from actually being in the fight. Let's talk about Mesa a little bit.
So we fought Mesa at CFC one. We fought him, Juan Gandara. Shout out to
Okay,
Juan.
yeah, Juan. Hell yeah, Juan. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
lazy ass hasn't came back to the gym,
Right.
but
Him working on cars all the time, making a
yeah,
living. Come on, man.
making a living, making money. Like, come on. Yeah. So we fought him, and Mesa's just like he's tough as fuck, man. He's hard to put away. Juan subbed him, but like in the striking area, like he could take a shot, man, because Juan was catching him and he was throwing back. Like he's a typical guy who's not gonna really back off. So we're just gonna be in the center and we're gonna bang it out. Like
Yeah, I
I
love
just
that. Yeah, I love that. I know when I saw you, your face up there when you were gonna fight, I was like, "What? This fool's gonna fight?" I was
yeah,
like,
I was
"That's
supposed
so
to fight
crazy."
Dakota first.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, shout out to Cody, super nice guy, so I hope he has a
Yeah.
speedy recovery, but, I mean, this striker versus striker, to me as a fan, I'm like, "Oh, way more excited for sure."
Yeah, and that Carlos guy, he's pretty popular around here, so
Yeah, we'll see, man. Maybe he'll sell some tickets, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Ask me if it was a good idea to fight on the card on April 6th.
Was it a good idea? Yes or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, we'll find that out soon.
Right? Well, rounding off the top of the card, man, flyweight title.
Yeah.
Let's get into this one.
Yeah, Jacobo, man, that's my coach. Jacobo, he hits hard as fuck. Like they were actually supposed to fight. I believe it was right before CFC two. There was another card in out in Cruces, and they were matched up. But I don't know how it came to be where something happened and they just ended up, we ended up doing it on CFC two, and Jacobo got hurt, and they were going back and forth like on social media, like talking shit, right? So it's just a fight that I really, really want to watch. Like I'm gonna corner that fight. Unfortunately, I can't corner the rest, but I will be cornering that fight.
Yeah, I know, and then I've known, passing, I know how Cole was coaching and always helping everybody out. Shout out to him. Every time I've had conversations with him, I've mic'd him up, and it was cool one time. He's like, "You know what, man? I never see myself coach, and it made me look at things differently to make me a better coach." And I was like, "Oh, dope."
Yeah, that guy's a nerd, man. He really looks into everything. So I mean, the reason why we cut weight well is because of Hakoa. He's our weight cut guy.
Yeah.
Coaching the MMA classes. He's coming off two back-to-back TKOs. So he's just deserving of this. He's actually the number two ranked flyweight in New Mexico. So he's deserving of this. And Cepeda, like I said, they were supposed to fight before, so it's just a fight that made sense. And he's coming off. I don't know if it was the third round TKO or second round
On the
TKO.
last CFC too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
CSC too.
yeah, yeah. I remember he went in there and I think he was just relentless with his striking. I want to say second, but I know it was a finish for sure.
Yeah, it was a finish for sure. So it's gonna be a good fight, man. Like I said, I don't give any of these guys easy fights. Cepeda, I don't know like what his streak is right now, but I know he's been doing pretty well. So it's just a perfect fight for the main event.
And where's Cepeda fighting out of?
I believe originally he's from Roswell, but he fights out of I think it's Borg in New Mexico.
Oh, okay, cool. So he's coming down. Yes, man. See, that's so awesome. And it's cool that the reach is getting. I mean, you said Phoenix, we said Albuquerque. I mean, God knows the next show or two, you're gonna be like, oh, this guy's from. Like, I remember you were jokingly saying that guy from Florida called me and shit like that.
Yeah, they do, man. We have people from Florida, from up like New York area, and like we would love to get them down, but it's just like this is only our third show. Like I can't,
Yeah,
like we can't really pay your fly, your coach's fly.
we're getting there. We're getting
But
there.
I promise we'll get there. I promise. Like if it's a big enough name, like yeah, we'll bring it down.
Yeah,
Or
of
like it
course.
makes sense to match him with one of our locals, like pro, of course. Like it make like yeah, we'll bring him down. But it's cool that we've gotten messages from like I said California, Florida, up New York area, Colombia. Like Yeah, it's weird, man, but it's cool, man. It just means we're on the right path.
Yeah, man. So 4 title fights.
Yeah, we
That
got
is
3
so
new
awesome.
champions and 1 defending champion.
D, that's so badass, dude. I know that I'm excited. Like now that I know a little bit more about each person and going back to the whole being a fight fan, I'm excited for this event, man. I know April 5th can't come fast enough.
I know we're like, I think it's like 20 days out, 20 something days. So like, I'm
Yeah.
super excited. As a fight fan to watch the fights that we've put together, as a fighter to fight on the card, as a coach to watch my students go out there, fight, get their hand raised, bring some new gold back to elite. I'm excited overall, man. I want to have a good show for the fans, for El Paso, put on a show for my friends, my family, my students, and on my end personally. But yeah, man, we have a full lineup, 16 fights.
Dang, that's crazy, man. That's gonna be a lot of beer drinking for you folks out there.
Yeah. So, and we're opening the doors 2 hours early this time. So get there
Oh,
early.
are you? Yeah. I mean, when you guys opened up early and I was just showing up, I mean, the layout was amazing, man. It was such a nice day. You guys had run, everything was cool. The music was going on. I mean, everything was hitting. I was really, and I talked, shout out to Chris Hill. And when we had our little podcast conversation, we were both just nerding out at the fact that we met there. And it's so cool that we just started getting involved in the whole fight scene.
Yeah, and like going back to what you said, it's something that we're very big on. Like we don't want to just put together fights. Like fights are easy. We want to put together a show. We want to put together an event. We want to put together where you're gonna have a good time, not just watch fights. Because me, like I love MMA. Like MMA is my passion. I live it. That's what I do for a living. Fight, whatever. Um, but just to watch 16 fights back to back, like with no, like there's no atmosphere, no environment, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
so we want to put a really cool show for you guys. So that's been a big thing from CFC one till now. Like we want to put together an event, a show, not just fights.
Yeah, I love it, man. So April 5th,
April
Speaking
5th.
Rock, you guys have been promoting like heck all over the city. I know the fighters have been putting out videos and just them training and stuff like that, man. I'm just excited to be out there. However else, I'm gonna be either in the front or in the seats. I'm still gonna be watching some fights.
Yeah, man, and make sure you guys follow Combat on Instagram, CFC. We do a lot of giveaways. Like right now, we have a giveaway. Like if you see any of our billboards, just take a screenshot of it. Well, just take a picture and send us where it's at. We'll give you a ticket. Like yeah, we just want people at our show. We just tickets is not an issue.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Yeah,
I was at another event and I was working it and I came out and then I had something on my car and then I saw the post. If you had this on your car, you got a free ticket. I was like, what?
yeah, man. I don't know about that, but yeah, they went and did that. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. Like
Yeah,
that's not.
but yeah, but the point is that you guys are giving every opportunity to get people to go out there, man. That's the biggest thing is just we want everybody to go out there and have a good time and have showcase everybody's skill. Obviously, we're all there to see the fights, but obviously a great event is what we're expecting for sure.
Yeah, that's all we want to do, man. We want to give El Paso a chance to come watch the fights. So make sure you guys follow the page. Like we're always doing giveaways. So yeah, man, we'll see you guys in the show.
Yeah, man. Dude, I'm excited for all those fights, man. CFC, 3 happening, guys. Speaking Rock. Make sure you guys go follow the page. We're always updating everything, start getting to know some of the fighters ahead of time. A lot of these guys, bust their butt. And one thing I have learned more of being around the community is that a lot of these guys that are amateur guys, you guys don't understand that they're busting their butt on top of whatever they got going on in their life for fights like this to show up and showcase their skill and hopefully, make it memorable for somebody that just shows up and doesn't expect much. And then you become a fan of that person.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what we want to do. Like we're trying to give all these guys a platform to showcase themselves. Like we're trying to advertise all of our fighters, whether they're from out of town or from here. Like we just we want to showcase them and we want to give them a platform to perform. So follow these guys, man. They're really really good guys. I happen to know pretty much everybody on the El Paso side personally, and everyone's working their ass off, man. And I know the out of towners are working hard too. So everyone's working hard just to put on a 15-minute show, an 11-minute show, or one round show for you guys.
Yeah, or a 7-second show. Right?
No,
You
yeah,
you
gotcha.
never know. More history happening at CFC. We just never know, man. But
Yeah.
before we get out of here, man, did you want to say anything? Shout anybody out before we
No,
get out of
just
here, boss?
shout out to my partners in the promotion, David, Roland, super cool, man. Shout out to all of our fighters. Shout out to the ring girls. Shout out to you, Chris. Chris is like officially working with us. Like, you guys are amazing, man. Because of you, you guys help us put our name out there. So thank you, everybody, so much who shares our post, who likes our post, who sends messages, anything. I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, yeah, man, that's awesome, and I love seeing that. I feel like there's enough for everybody to, do well in this whole Southwest area,
Yeah,
and I know that this hotbed of MMA and just combat sports in El Paso and the Southwest is just getting bigger and bigger, and it's awesome just to be a part of it and just kind of be around these guys and kind of see them do their thing, man. But thank you so much for your time, brother. I'm excited for that coming up, man. However, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, excited either way. If I'm behind the camera or in the seats, bro, I'm excited to be out there and to watch some more and support the local scene, brother.
yeah. I'll be out there enjoying from the back.
You're gonna be all just like,
I'm gonna. It sucks, man. I can't corner my fighters. Like it's
yeah. Hey man, hey, you signed up for a fight too, and I'm sure you're gonna be excited. With all jokes aside, I'm excited to see you fight as well. I know I told you last time that I've known you, but I've never seen you do your thing, man. And I'm excited to see you go out there and perform and do your thing as well, brother.
it'll be quick.
Yeah. Hey, let's go, man. I love to see it, man. Either way, man, thank you so much for your time, guys. Make sure you guys keep up with the CFC Instagram, man. Promotion is like crazy. I'm excited for the event. And just how I am with all the events. I'm always cool with everybody, all the promotions. I just love seeing people win and do well. And then, I love how you always talk about the fighters getting an opportunity, Carlos, and respect out to you as well, bro.
Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate you.
Hell yeah, man. All right, guys. CFC 3 crowning of some animals. You know, what I mean, this is only the beginning for these guys, and these shows are always getting better and better. And then shout out to Speaking Rock for the opportunity to get out there, go again, man. You guys make sure you guys get there early. The first one, if you don't adopt the cat, Nico's gonna be yelling on the mic again. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? All these guys, Shuda going up west. Damn, it's just I'm looking at this card, John, Rudy, all the title fights, man. And I love the fact that you guys mix in the amateur and the pro fights, man. It's so super
yeah.
awesome as well.
The who's who of the region.
Let's go, man. All right, brother. Until next time, y'all take care. Appreciate all you guys' time and support. Keep up with me on the YouTube channel. I'm kind of getting my feet more and more involved with all the different type of combat sports in general in the Southwest. And I really do enjoy talking to these folks and, just being a small help wherever I can for these guys and, pursuing their dreams and things like that, brother.
Yeah, it's not a small help, man. It's a big help what you're doing.
Yeah, man, for sure, brother. Until next time, man, y'all take care. We'll see you guys out the fights. If you see me, you see Carlos, don't worry about Carlos, but you see me, say what's up.
Say
Until
what's
next
up.
time. Yeah. Until next time, peace out, guys. Y'all take care.